your best or worst performing ministers? And do you think it is time for the president to start looking at maybe reshuffling his cabinet, maybe changing some ministers, maybe moving some people to some other places, now that he has been able to observe them for at least, they've been ministers for at least 6 months or thereabout, so he should be able to know if this person can perform, much more, can give more than what they have already done in the past 6 months. All right, so do you think it's time for maybe the president to look in to change his ministers or reshuffle the cabinet and see if there are square pegs in round holes in some ministries, departments and agencies? Or do you think it is too early for us to assess the ministers they are still in? I mean, a minister has recently said that he's still looking at blueprint. He's still putting up a blueprint.
It's blue economy.
It's all right. So everything has to be,
for blue economy.
So everything just has to be blue. All right. So I don't know. Do you think that's excuse is tenable? The fact that he's still looking at putting himself in order. Okay, well, I just got this ministry, so I still need to understand what exactly it is. Should that even be a major red flag for us? The fact that you have been appointed to something with the thought that this is the best man for the job, and then you still don't know your way around that particular job. I don't know. But then, do you think it is too early for us to assess the ministers? So let's have a conversation as regards the first quarter, assessment report, because apparently this will form a basis for the president on what we should expect come May 29 this year, as the president marks 1 year in office. Finally, the second focal point is as regards the fuel scarcity situation. What is the situation in your area? How have you been getting by? How have you been surviving? How have you been getting fuel? For yesterday on my way to church, there were people packed. The station was not opened. For the filling station was not opened. There were no fuel attendants in the filling station, but cars were just lined up. There was just a queue there, ready for whenever the gates will open, and let's just go in. And some were there probably overnight, all right, because some of those cars didn't have occupants in them. It just had cars stationed there, all right. So what is the situation?
On Saturday I bought at 850 naira per liter. But according to the bought down naira per liter for already.
You know that big ever bottle, yeah, you know how much they're selling it? Well,
that's black market.
That's for black market people.
That's about 1.5 liters. Yeah,
they're selling it for 3,000. So well, it is actually. But then, how has the scarcity affected your businesses or your day-to-day activities? Your productivity as well. How has the scarcity affected your business, and even you as an employee? How has it affected your productivity? How has it affected your activities, getting to work or getting your kids to school and all of that? So what can be done to end the reoccurrence of fuel scarcity in Nigeria? And please, away from the refinery maintenance and building please, away from that, because I don't know, maybe there's a sacrifice, or maybe there's the covenant on those refineries. I don't know. But let's look deeper. Let's look beyond the refineries, or beyond the current refineries, that is taking a template from Dangote's refinery. What do you think we can do to end this occurrence of fuel scarcity in the country? The IPMAN guys are saying there's no supply. The NNPCL guys are saying the IPMAN guys are hoarding. So what exactly is going on? What's the true picture of things, and how do you think we can bury all these things? So I'll get Fuad's thoughts first, of course, and then we open the phone line. So over to you, Said Fuad.
When the president said almost a year ago, and he was going to appoint his ministers, a lot of supporters were upbeat. Some section of Nigerians were also hoping that at least after Chief Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, we probably will get a president that will assemble a team of technocrats, round pegs in round holes, square pegs in square holes. Remember at that time there was a conversation as to whether
technocrats or politicians.
Or politicians. There was that conversation. People were really hoping that, look, we might see the president who's going to assemble the best brain and the best hands for the job. But the story eventually happened. It was more of politicians. A lot of the appointments, majorly on political patronage. One or two technocrats here and there. But again, Sandra, It's almost going to 6-7 months that these ministers have been appointed, and I must say that apart from maybe one or two that have shown that they actually fit for the job, pride for there and there, a number of them have been very, very disappointing. In fact, some of them are just there, occupying space. And that's why we highlighted that of the Minister for Marine and Blue Economy. And several other ministers who I think are just there because, again, we have to spread disappointments, and it got to them because of they are politicians, they work for the party. But if I to really assess their capacity, compensatory, because, we have to pick somebody from Cross River, is one of the top politicians from the APC. And then remember, when we question those appointments there, I thought a lot of people came out, no, as a minister, you're just supposed to be a supervisor, you're just supervisory, you have a pass. No. We are now seeing that, look, the job of a minister actually goes beyond just being a supervisor or overseeing things. Your residual knowledge, your ground knowledge of the ministry is also very important, so that they don't sell a dummy to you and just accept it. Remember, there was a former minister that said that, look, it took me almost 1 year to even study and understand what I was appointed to do. So I had to put consultants together. And look, you can't run effectively as a minister just by listening to consultants. Those are briefcase, people. They just give you theories and theories and theories. When it comes to the practicality and implementation, sometimes some of those things don't even work. So that's why you see that some of the ministers are even struggling. Some of them are going quiet, quiet. So nobody even talks about them. When you don't say anything, nobody remembers. But this is time to now remember them. So what we're going to do, like I said, is that we'll now look at each of the ministers and begin to assess them, evaluate what they've done. The appointment, a lot of them have just been there quiet, just hibernating and moving around, doing nothing practically. So again, this is the time. It's not the right time for us to. And then we need to ask the president, what's going to be his standard? What will be the standard of assessment now from the president? How does he assess his ministers now? I don't think it's too early to begin to even move them around, because again, 6 months is enough for you to know whether the president has the capacity or not. And then for the issue of the unending fuel crisis, Sandra, needless suffering, avoidable suffering by ordinary Nigeria. The queues are still there. If you see any filling station that doesn't have any queue, they are selling at maybe 900, 950 or 1,000 naira per liter. Sandra, please take note. One of these 800, 850, 900 we are talking about is for the urban areas. Ask anybody who is staying in far-flung parts of the country, in all of these rural areas, even in the north. Ask them, they will tell you that, look, at this time, some of them are buying at 1,500 naira per liter because of logistic reasons. Malam Salah will tell you that in those areas, far areas of the north, where the farmers are, they need to buy fuel, to fuel generators and stuff, and they are buying at ridiculous prices. The reason again for food inflation. So if you ask me, how do we stop it? The reality is that we are too tolerant of excusing some people who have appointed to do our job. These are people who pay each salary to, big allowances and emoluments, and the only thing they give to us is excuses upon excuses and excuses. And that's why the last time I said that maybe what they can now do to us is that since they cannot stop this reoccurrence of fuel scarcity, can they be at least good enough to tell Nigerians when the next one will happen? I know this one will land down for maybe another 1 or 2 weeks. But after this one goes, since we now know that it's like almost a quarterly ritual or a yearly ritual or a 6-month kind of ritual, let them tell us, the next one will happen because there's nothing we can do to fuel scarcity in Nigeria. And then people will say the easiest one is also a functional refinery. But the way it's going, Sandra, are we close to getting those refineries working? Dangote is still struggling to get crude supply as they speak. There's been a bit of silence on even his products. There was a time that every day when something Dangote product is coming out, the marketers are happy. Have you noticed that the noise has gone down? Have you noticed? Are marketers still lifting from that refinery? Are the products actually, have we actually even listed any product from that refinery?
Who has received anything?
Have we had of anything? There was the marketers already meeting with the facility, only for us to hear last week that even the operational license, the real operational license has not been given to that refinery. They said it was a pre-commissioning license. I don't know what that means anyway. And then the Port Harcourt refinery for April, what is that? There was also talk about, they've loaded crude oil in each blast. Like Atiku has said, I think we need to pay attention to what Atiku has said. Really. Governance cannot be done on the basis of propaganda and lies. And a lot of times when we talk about openness and transparency, this is exactly what we are talking about. Campaigns have ended. This is time for governance. And governance cannot be done on the basis of misinformation. You know, we always say something, Sandra, when we talk about advertising and public relations. Falsehood cannot sustain the sale of a product for too long. It will only be for a short time. At the end of the day, to go back to ground zero. This is the time for the government to be more open and transparent and get to do what they have been elected to do. The era of campaigning, sloganeering, and all of those things have ended.
All right.
This is time to really give governance to the people, and that's what people are demanding for.
Thank you for it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, well, that is Fuad's analysis, his own thoughts as regards the focus for the day. Time check right now is 8:55 a.m. So let's get into the conversation. We have until 9:45. And we're live on Facebook and YouTube. So don't forget, please do well to drop your comments in the live chat section. Would appreciate that. To call to join the conversation, 0913 6000 410, 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. For WhatsApp messages, it's 0913 6000 430, 0913 6000 430. That is the number to send your WhatsApp messages to. All right, so let's get into it. What are your thoughts as regards ministers' assessments in this renewed Hope administration, and of course the forced scarcity, the impact on businesses, the impact on unemployment, and also how have you been, surviving in this time, and what do you think is the short-term to medium-term solution to this full crisis quagmire that we found ourselves? You have just 2 minutes. Please, let's stick within the time limits so we can have as many engagements as possible. Would appreciate that. Please keep things clean. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. It's Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Prince Wise.
Happy birthday, Naria.
Thank you very much.
God bless you. Bless your management and bless our country, Nigeria. Mr. Fuad, a very good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Prince Wise.
Thank you, my dear. You see, all the ministers for date of 10, anyone that failed the test, the appoint that woman as the coordinator to our test at this. Anyone that failed the test, they should let them go. So what you can only ordinary competent somebody to be my minister. They must perform accordingly. I know some of them are performing. Some of them, their performance can never be noticed by now. Because when you have a new ministry, they must put the little things in order before you can accept them. But what is performing now, I think the current minister is performing. What minister is performing? He has because I want to be planning, it's going to be ringing bells. That all those things, mechanized farming, everything that's good for Nigeria. Because when you talk of food today, really funny now. And as it is now, not just expecting us to be import people. The right that you are importing from Thailand, other countries, it does not fall from heaven. It is human being that started to do the same thing in Nigeria. You have to fight Thailand. If the time when I hear news that 2 years ago, Lagos State government 100 trailers coming from the north, not that being happened by the Boko Haram, by the bandits, and I think go back to that to give us food. What of our own land here in Western Nigeria? They should go for mechanical family. It's the issue. When they may pay fat salary, you have to materialize the refinery, processing this thing. The right, that will go the right, go back to the land, pay them a very fat salary, Nigeria is ready to work. They tell me no work. What of farming work? Cassava can be exported to China, to other countries. So we have to, even though those companies that they say they left Nigeria, what the work of our big men? Buy it over. You get with their machine.
Thank
so
you.
We have a lot to do. Not only the government, with the massive last support, finally.
It's okay. Please, you use money. Yes.
I must obey your order.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, look at that. Who had to be the one to do the it's okay button today. Thank you very much, Prince Wise. It's okay. I appreciate the contribution there. It's okay.
People complain a lot about the fact people are waiting. If you know the number of calls trying to come in at the same time.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
Good morning, Fwa. Good morning, John from Oga.
Yes.
I wish you a happy belated birthday, even though we were not on duty yesterday. We still wish you happy birthday. Where is our birthday gift now?
You get it, don't
Sandra.
No, I'm the one that's supposed to collect gift too.
From you and from us.
Yes.
But let me join now. Okay. I wish you happy birthday, belated birthday, and good. About the issue of the day, Sandra. So what is wrong with our refinery? What is it that is wrong with our refinery? There is nothing you will tell me. Everybody can say that was in my mind about this fuel scarcity. I bought fuel of about 18,000, where I used to buy 4,000 for my business, and I have no option than to put at least a token on the existing price. Like I used to say 1,000, 1,200. I raised it up to 1,200 because I have to stay in business. But you look at the impact of that on the consumers, it will erode their pocket. But I have to stay on, I have to keep my business going. Father, what is wrong with our refinery? That's why we are saying this road is unnecessary. For now, it's a good one, but it's a misplaced priority. Nobody can convince you or confuse me. What is wrong with our refinery? What is wrong with life? What is it that this life cannot be filled and our refinery cannot be filled? This question to be answered. And then we do this, corruption will kill Nigeria. Good morning.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, sorry about that. Hello, good morning. All right, 0913 6410. That is the number to call to join the conversation. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
My name is Additional. I'm calling from Kitty.
All right, Mr. Additional.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
My comment has to do with the issue of scorecard. My own scorecard, I want to generalize it in the terms that I want to go the way of our people. You can't say that we are running a country government that is characterized by lack of transparency, lack of intellectual capacity, government that is characterized by lies, empty promises, policy of trial and error, massive corruption. You know, we have a lot of government officials that are having corruption happening on their neck. Former governor of Kogi State, Bello, Matawale, Tʀᴇɪᴅs Ojo, Akabio. We have a government that is characterized by deceit, government that is characterized by vanity, as well as insecurity, lack of corporatized function. We don't have a functional national assembly. What we have is the assembly that is interested in alert, email alert. Government that is characterized by propaganda. How will there be foreign direct investment into that nation? I'm afraid that I used to conclude my discussion that we have entered one chance. We have a gangster and a robber as our leader. Very, very unfortunate. Good morning. Additional word today.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Additional. Thank you. Especially he was very specific in some of
Hello.
Yes.
Sandra, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, this is Samuel calling from Ikeja. Oga Fuad, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, quickly. Oga Fuad, we are talking about assessing the minister. I want to ask a question. What standard did the president himself set for himself? What is he trying to achieve as the president of this country? And for me, I look at it in my own view. You understand?
I'm with you.
He has succeeded in making ordinary Nigeria bankrupt You understand? That is for Christmas. Who was the person that speak on behalf of the government? We have people were surprised.
Even the
Where is the lead they are trying to achieve? You can see a regional issue. People now are saying a question that the ordinary people and the someday we should move on. Well,
making an announcement, the 50% transport off last year. I just
Who's even the minister of
It's
Labour?
Minister of Labour. Good morning.
During the confirmation of this minister,
Your name, sir?
then after confirming him, you now told him to increase. Now, Keyamu or have the power. Did that man perform? We continue to repeat the same mistake every time. I will be calling if the minister are not performing, we are going to raise. Thank you very much for that.
Good morning.
Let's shoot my own. It's just the telling you. Typically, as a brother cycle gap now, I'm telling you the truth. The reach for the average Nigerian to the Commonwealth agriculture, the interior, security, and works, and he has go to that area that is going through a lot of issues and controversies,
All right.
which need to be critically looked into before you delve into it, which made you to contravene a lot of professional.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, they go together.
I agree. Yes. Hello, good morning.
Sandra, how are you?
I'm well, Mr. Peter. Good morning.
Oga Fᴏᴜ, how you there?
Good morning, sir.
I bet, what did you give Sandra on my behalf for the birthday?
Nothing. In fact, thank you for asking. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oga Fᴜᴜ,
Do you believe that?
please, you should represent us well now. You are the head of the family, as the first boy
But you know,
in the family.
women are always like that.
God bless
no matter
you,
what
Mr.
you
Peter.
do.
The ministers. They to look for foreign his whereabouts. He has failed. Then, let me look at all the ministers. But let me tell you that for me, whoever is in charge of petroleum, whether minister or sub minister or state minister, has failed. And let me tell you also about the ministry for power, the power ministry. When Nigerians go now, like, you allow the discos to be collecting money for darkness. A week ago, they came, brought light for a few hours, then they now carry ladder. But since we have paid that money, that throughout yesterday, I did not have work to download, or sorry, power to download my work. I paid transport from Ojota to Farm Group, 500 naira, instead of 300 a week ago. So, power ministry, defense ministry, agriculture ministry, all these ones have failed. Don't know whether they should tell them to go or not.
Right.
See, the point is that the bad situation is very bad. Our business are down. I cannot do anything since yesterday. I beg, all of them have failed, including the president. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter. 13 minutes past 9, and you're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. This is Mainland Focus, and there are two focal points for this morning. We are looking at the ministers getting their first quarter assessment report. What we are getting now is that the ministers have all been asked to submit their performance based on deliverables. So based on what they give now, the president will do his own assessment. So we're asking, what do you think the assessment standard should be for the ministers who are your best or worst performing ministers? Is it time for the president to change or reshuffle his cabinet? Is it too early to assess the ministers? The second focal point is employers and labor angry over unending fuel scarcity. What is the situation in your area? How have you been getting fuel? How have you been getting by? How has the scarcity affected your business or day-to-day, business or day-to-day business activities or operations? What can be done to end the reoccurrence of fuel scarcity in Nigeria? So let's have a conversation. You have just 2 minutes via the phone line 0913 6000 410. But we have some messages on Facebook. We are currently live on Facebook and YouTube. So we'll just take some messages and we'll be back to the phone line in a bit. I have here, Shehu Johnson is saying, we bought 2,000 naira per litre in Ibadan black market. The worst I have seen in my life. All right, and that's in Ibadan. All right. I also have here Tʀᴇɪᴅs Hello, Mainland FM. At this juncture, can someone explain better to Nigerians what is blueprint? Because most ministers and people in government are always talking about coming up with a blueprint. Does it mean we can have as many blueprints in a ministry? I can remember vividly well that a blueprint for the economy came up under former Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. Today, how visible is this blueprint? On the issue of fuel scarcity, has the 5 days given by the GMD of NNPCL that logistics and the supply of fuel is the reason for the scarcity, has it not expired? Why are other filling stations, apart from NNPC, selling above 600 naira per litre? Also, can we just have a specific date that Port Harcourt refinery will begin operation and crude oil will be made available for refining? Election is over. Government should please put a stop to all this propaganda. God bless Nigeria. And that's Tʀᴇɪᴅs saying that one. I don't know about specific dates, because even when specific dates were given and months were given, we still didn't get anything from that. But thank you. I also have here M쏘ɪɪᴟ from Abuja. Okay. Good morning, Mainland FM. On Focus today, in my own view, Mr. President didn't just prepare for business of governance. He only prepared for how to get the position personally, just like his predecessor. What good results will the minister who have performed badly in their respective states while they held sway as governors produce? Mr. Fuad, don't give up on speaking the truth until the authority realized the award of Lagos-Calabar Road was not transparent. Else, they will do worse than this. Nigerians have their destiny in their own hands, and 2027 is another year to make decisions to continue with this suffering or to stop it. We have money to construct Coastal Road, but we don't have money to fix refineries or build a new one to solve our immediate need. Good morning. And that's M쏘ɪɪᴟ from Abuja. I also have here Ebilade Ambo. He's saying, can the president mark himself as a non-performing minister? Sandra, I know we're having issues with this ministry. You can call out Mr. Heineken. The difficult thing. But thank you, Ebilade Ambo. I also have Patrick Obiazo is saying, please, what have the Dangote-led Economic Advisory Committee advised so far for the economy? Are they yet team that's chaired by Aliko Dangote, and you also have Tony Elumelu on the board as well?
You know, I told you about this idea of making headlines, you know, just getting people excited, you know, making statements. You know, there's something to chew on, begin to deal with that. You know, as that committee even sat for 1 day.
Not heard anything. All right. I also have here Owen from Lagos. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. If the economy was standing still, it would have been manageable. But where we have found ourselves today, it's a place no Nigerian is familiar with. The common man would have found some sort of comfort when he looks by his side and sees one of the cabinet members, at least, on the queue, dragging and begging for fuel. That's not possible. That's why they have special car park at the National Assembly. Maybe there's a filling station there. So.
They have fuel dump. Don't be surprised. Most government offices, buildings have fuel dump. So I would not be surprised if the National Assembly has a fuel dump to take care of their fuel needs. Not impossible.
Good morning, Mainland FM crew. 3 weeks now, Nigerian masses have been suffering for fuel scarcity, and the federal government is not telling us the reality of the issue on ground as far as the scarcity of fuel is concerned. For me, in solving the problem of fuel scarcity in Nigeria, the president must resign as Minister of Petroleum, appoint a minister to handle this to his message, so that he can be held responsible. Our refinery needs to be fixed with the money Mr. President is intending to use to construct the Coastal Road. Stop the Coastal Road construction for now. Where's Mr. President? Where's President TINUBU? And what do you mean by private visit? Mr. Benjamin from Shogunle, thank you very much. Let's go back to the phone line now. We'll take another break again. We'll go to WhatsApp messages. You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sister. I greet you and Mr. Fahad.
We greet you too.
Yeah, yes. We know.
Our refinery repair is being sabotaged. It's nearly 95% done, but it's like them they break them. It's like some saboteurs are breaking it not wow. That's number one. Number two, concerning ministers. Oh, he never cut any road in federal in this Nigeria since August when he tell us in this Congress. Now, why the rush of doing coastal line? When you say me, I never stop there for 2 months. Why the rush? Other road, no other road when you promise us on car. Are you hearing me? As well as the labor minister, power minister is telling me, say, we are going to sit again. I have been taking it, so all the best ministers we have never had for nothing till now. So they never work. So all of them have to be sacked. All of them have to be back. Another one, Labour are toothless and dutiful bulldog. Labour are very Nigeria. If they are threatening to them the first, make them the best. Make them the best. Make Labour work and enter Bamuda Drago. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Comrade Kobuko. I appreciate it. All right. 0913-600410. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, birthday girl.
Good morning, Madam Ife.
You shared the same birthday with my late dad, my great dad.
Oh.
I put it on your platform, Facebook yesterday. I said, Sandra, May 5,
Yes.
the Taros. How are you? Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I wish you all God wish you.
Amen.
As for life here, when they brought this ban or no ban, we had it a bit rough, like a week or so, putting us in that. I said, is it because we are not in ban A? All the lights are being moved to ban A. Because when I saw the list, my community fell into ban C. But in the last 1 week again, we started enjoying life, you know. I wouldn't say because of that. I would say the Minister of Power is, trying. I would expect to get light. Like Bansi now, we are supposed to get light for 16 hours. But if you have like 24 hours now, if other smaller countries are having, why can't we, relatively, at least 22 hours a day?
All right.
I don't think the minister that I know is not performing is Minister for Information. The first time they are giving the Northerner that position to defend the country. We are not hearing their voice. We saw what Baba Lai Mohammed did now. He did do and undo, and until they got the power. So I don't know. This is the first time we are not hearing anything from that post. For the as for Lokobiri must have been brought by Wiki. Whether you could just say just to show that I have the power, come and sit down here. I'm not saying what they are doing in petroleum. Not saying, and TINUBU should not sit on petroleum. You should check it and give it to a competent petroleum engineer so that they will start from there. All this sitting on top of petroleum is not fair. Thank you. Morning and have a blessed week. Happy birthday again.
Thank you, Madam Ministries Ministers. I was waiting for your assessment of Petroleum Minister or Ministry. You decided to swallow that which would have been next to power in your appraisal. Do we clap for that minister? Sandra, anything can go up. Nigerians may not bother. But let the government give us food to eat, as common man can no longer afford common Gary to feed the family. Tony Anaili from Ijagemo sharing that one. I also have here, good morning, Milan FM. President Tinubu left to an unknown place. We all can see there's no transparency in this government. Meanwhile, Tinubu is playing Buhari style of leadership, where he chooses to keep mute on important issues and come back to tell us he's not aware of the happenings. Till date, no one has publicly told us the issues with petrol scarcity in the country. I don't tell. And that's Ralph from Satellite Town. I also have here, on fuel, I'm highly disappointed. Why should Dangote import crude from other countries while we have abundance in Niger Delta? On ministers, if allies were employed rather than technocrats, permutation would be the order of the day. The president should re-evaluate his cabinet. Ifeanyi from Asheshe sharing that one. I also have good morning, Milan crew. On the purported assessment of ministers, besides 3 of the ministers, the others are just there warming their seats. Let us not forget that Tinubu is also a minister in this government. They have failed us to say the least. The system that produced our political leaders is very faulty. On fuel crisis, there is one pain too many. And this is one pain too many that this government has inflicted on Nigerians. I spent some hours I could have utilized productively to queue to buy fuel in Akure last week, only to be told when it was my turn to buy fuel that he had no fuel. What a system, what a government. Who will save us from these anomalies? Peter Abulime sharing that one. I also have, I pity anyone who would think of any meaningful change with all their back and forth stories about refineries and the oil industry. If they are sincere, let them explain why they were clapping for Buhari when it was obvious that he was failing utterly in the oil industry, just like many other sectors. And they are shamelessly repeating baseless stories to us now. Atiku is simply telling the truth. They should bury pride and political differences and take the right path if we must sink finally. Steve from Ijaniki. I also have here, good morning, Mr. President, who is equally Minister of Petroleum, who will appraise him. Considering the stress and
Nigerians will do that.
difficulties Nigerians are passing through as regards fuel scarcity with high prices. Up till now, Port Harcourt refinery is still in transit to commence operations. I don't think it's in transit. I don't think it has moved at all, but it's okay. I don't know the parameters and who will be responsible for appraising who in this current dispensation. There's obvious laxity and carefree attitude towards Nigerians' interest and happiness. Noah from Igondo. I got that. All right. Also, my take on the two topics for discussion this morning is that the two topics one and the same, in the sense that if the president must look at any of the ministers' performance, he must start with himself. He's the president as well as Minister of Petroleum. He's the chief minister in all other ministries. And from all indication, the failure of this government speaks volume, starting from Minister of Petroleum down to other ministries. The whole thing is a total mess, and the president should be bold enough to admit that he has failed. And that's Victor Alo-Igboke from Ikeja. Let's go back to the phone line, 0913 6000 410. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
I agree to.
Good morning, Obi.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah. I would have attended, but I didn't have food. Sorry. I mean, if I have my school.
Yeah, easy. Happy
belated birthday.
Thank you.
Fuad. Fuad, I want to be talking with Prof so that I will not run foul of anybody's, I won't run foul of them. All these things people are complaining about minister, about all this. Fuad, if you can cause commit suicide by hanging, after listening to him, you go and buy extra rope to give to him. Because the reasons for committing suicide, if he takes you go and shop another road to give to him. What these people in Nigerian government, what they are going through, they cannot explain themselves, they cannot tell us. But the way you are analyzing it as a prophet, I know that soon they will commit you. So that you stop. Thank you very much.
Not our fault. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Sandra Fuad, good morning.
Good morning.
Mr. Joe, good morning.
Yeah, yes, good morning, my dear. So, Fuad, we have talked about this NNPC issue several times. And then we came to at heart now that we have problem. Where is the crude to operate the refinery in Port Harcourt? There is no crude. Then go there, no crude. Port Harcourt refinery, no crude. Let us not hide something. We are hiding a lot of things. And they are not telling us the truth. So that one apart. Then about the minister's scorecard, I saw all of them 0 because we are not feeling. Are you feeling any minister? Okay, I made a mistake. Let us give Baba works. Let us give him 50%. That's the way I saw it. But others is 0. Others has 0. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's a very interesting assessment. It's very interesting. 0913.
That's his own assessment.
I didn't say that. I just said it's interesting. It's an interesting. It's not interesting. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Kangbelina.
Yes, ma.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Kangbelina.
Somebody said we are not feeling the minister. I'm feeling the minister of darkness. What's the name again?
We don't have minister of darkness.
You have minister of power.
That's what I think he is. I think that's what I'm is. Every day you carry power bank, which means you know that you are not providing any power to anybody. I'm telling you, so and this guy.
When last did you see a power bank with you?
Mr. Kangbelina.
He has been going to parties. Even when he's going to Uganda, he's holding power bank.
One picture that you saw, Mr. Kangbelina.
Yes, that's our assessment of him.
Okay.
It's okay.
Now, let me tell you. You see this thing that is happening? What?
I'm with you.
If you say that the ministers are not performing or they are performing, or you want to evaluate them now, I think it is wrong. Because you didn't from the get-go, they were determined not to perform because you just selected them based on maybe compensation. degree? What is his background? He was a banker. What does he know about power?
Mm.
He was a banker, that's it. Enjoying air condition, and then he just carry himself and put in power. So how will the man perform?
Mm.
So I think they were not interested in the ministers to perform. They were just there to compensate the people who helped them to get into power by whether by hook or crook.
Right.
So I don't blame him. Meanwhile, I want to ask, where is better idea? Are they going to assess that one too?
They are still investigating.
Somebody investigating for how many years? For how many years? Something happened. We saw what she did. Even on the transferring money to a private account, does that still not warrant you to be sacked? They just kept that one cool. You want to bring us through the background and the share and put.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Kangbelina.
Thank
Why are
you.
you thanking me? Why are you thanking me?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not happy with what you're doing.
No verse.
If
No.
that I do, I just suggest you look that woman there. Simple.
You are welcome, Mr.
Bye-bye.
Kangbelina.
I did not appoint better Edula. Wait till we are.
You are welcome, Mr. Kangbelina. It's all right. Thank you very much. 9:31 a.m. This is Mainland 98.3 FM. Hello, good morning. I think I lost that one. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is 𝐴𝐴 Joshua calling from Abuja.
Oh, wow. Gege Joshua, you're welcome.
The man wants the road.
Oga Fuad.
How now, Gege Joshua? How you did?
Yeah, I do. Happy birthday in Arias. Is it Arias now? What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct.
You're correct.
Okay, so to you, Lady Sandra,
Thank
we
you.
wish you all the best of this new age. Oga Fuad, I heard some people talking about my constituency. Are we talking about Coastal Road?
Which constituency?
Which constituency?
My Coastal Road
No,
constituency.
No, please.
Assess the ministers and then the issue
Assess
of
the
fuel
ministers
scarcity.
and then fuel scarcity. All right.
Why are they talking about this? Some people are mentioning talking about
Leave that one. You can leave it.
We will talk about it.
The reason-
But you say your own. And
Yeah, the reason why people are mentioning the blue mine as part of the performing minister today is because of some of like this Coastal Road. The man has been active, hosting press conferences. You understand me? For me, Tunji Ojo, the blue mine, and our able former governor of Rivers State, 𝐌𝐀𝐈𝐍𝐋𝐀𝐍𝐃, FCT minister, they are the most performing ministers, and I want to encourage them. Let them continue. As for Olubunmi Ojo, I wish President TINUBU will even give him another portfolio to join this particular one. He's a young guy; he can handle like 4 ministries at the same time. Yes,
thank you very much.
You see that is big head. There is something there.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Gege Joshua. The last person that tried to handle more than 2 ministries, after 2 years, he had to be relieved of one. Exactly. So
it was even a very unwise decision.
turn down the volume of your radio set.
Sorry, Sandra, how are you? Fahad, how are you? Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Walter.
Yeah, how are you?
Fine.
Yeah, well, he said scorecard for the ministers. There's just 3 of them. Minister of Aviation for what he did as first local airline being able to go to the UK and so on. Minister of Works, okay, someone's calling 50, I'll give you 40. He has a long way to go. We still want to start seeing the concrete going on the roads. Right now, you're promising on concrete road. Let it start immediately and so on. The third person is who I'm going to give first person to. I can have 3. Station, Works.
Olubunmi Ojo, interior?
Yes, interior.
Okay, yes, interior, yes. That's basically. What are the many ministers? How many ministers do we have?
There are 48 of them.
What are they doing?
They are drafting blueprints.
What are they doing? What have been at KPI? If it's a private company, for instance, it don't have 6 months on probation. You have a whole year. What have you done? Then you should ask yourself, like what father was saying, where did the just say the what do you call it? The little will save. Yes, the little will save from this removal of subsidy. Where did they give us the accountability? That's what, give us how did you spend it? The little you have saved, how did you spend it? Look at the mess we are right now. Something like the battle buying fuel at the liter 2,000 naira per liter. For God's sake, Nigeria was so gullible. That's what the former president said. When it came to Nigeria, he said, "You're supposed to be a nation like Nigeria, where its citizens are so gullible. We take a lot, and we keep a smiling face." Right now, some parties right now will be hitting the streets on protest.
All right.
Thank you, Walter.
Happy birthday, Maria.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Walter. I appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm so angry right now. Thank you.
Well, we're all feeling the heat.
Can't describe how.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I think I will just say something. Wish you more wins in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Thank you. Amen.
But I will just let everybody, all the ministers, the president, they have minus. They are on minus. Because what we had where we were before is even better than where we are now. So we now let that kind of person in zero. That's that we are taking us back to more suffering. So how can we now raise the person that took us back on a zero on a zero scale? So just to be sincere with ourselves, there's nothing to rate. There's nothing to rate. Let's just keep focused. Let's keep taking care of ourselves.
Right.
That's just it. And concerning fuel has been a whole talk of around this place you buy fuel, some police station will sell 650, and the next police station you are that is close to you that is selling like 900 and 950.
Same road.
Not even far. Some will be selling 650. You will see like 3 years queue there, and you will see one. I will see the next line. You will see like 2 or 3 vehicles there, and they're selling 1,000 naira 950. And the same country, the same street, the same state. God will save us.
Amen.
It's, different marketers. All right, let's take some messages from Facebook. Try to divide our time here. I have Joshua from Oregon. The truth is, I'm really amazed at this point in this country. I don't know the whereabouts of our Minister for Agriculture, Mr. Abubakar Kyari. Just in case you're wondering.
The Minister of Labour is JᴏɪＲ Kiruka, yeah.
Yes.
That's her name.
All right. Mr. Fuad, after these 6 months, can we say the bloated cabinet is justifiable? About PMS, I don't know why this Kyari won't be sacked. As I'm talking, I'm around Bega. Come and see Q, where the stations are yet to open. Joshua from Oregon. Prince Leo Ozoma is saying, Sandra, happy birthday and good morning to you and Fuad. Let me start by asking this simple question. If you are asked to choose between the construction of the 700-kilometer coastal highway from Lagos to Calabar and the building of 2 new refineries as a matter of urgent priority within the same timeline, which one will you choose?
I'll go for refineries.
I don't know.
Let's
ask Gege Joshua this question.
I know, you want to start problem. He wants the road, that's just it, and he has a right to wanting the road. Sandra, there's the story of $2 billion that the government is looking for to get Ajaokuta Steel Complex back on track. And if you were to prioritize, really, if you look at that particular project, if there's anything we can do to get it working, wouldn't it be a major priority for the country? Ajaokuta Steel Complex, So, so when we talk about prioritizing, scale of preference and all of that, but again, there's nothing that can stop the road as it is now. It has started.
For the assessment of ministers, all of them should honorably resign, starting from Petroleum Minister, and that's Leo Ozoma from Isolo. I also have here Chika. I didn't expect anything good from their cap and eyebrow to their misrule will be treated. So I don't expect any changes. Let them continue. Thank God all of us are in it together. Chika Bende from Trade Fair. I also have Christopher F. Young. Good morning, Sandra and Fuad. God bless you all. For fuel scarcity, if they are still paying, why are we still buying fuel at a very high rate, as up to 750 to 900? Because I bought it at 900 this morning in Ogun State, which is Sandra State. Okay, so that's nice, Sandra State. It's all right. Please, Mr. Fuad, is Port Harcourt refinery working? No. This is May 6th, by the way. This is not renewed hope. God, if there's any sin Nigeria has committed, please have mercy on us, because I did not feel the presence of any minister in this government. Apart from that was power, that we are feeling darkness. That's the only one that is at work everywhere. God bless Nigeria. That is Christopher F. Young. James Ogbonna, Sandra and distinguished Fuad, I greet you basically. Happy belated birthday. Assuming it's today, I would have sent a delivery guy to the studio.
It's not too late now, James.
It's just a few
James have a way of
just corner things. All right. On ministerial performance, Mr. Fuad, I would have given a scorecard to the ministers, but there are many names and portfolios that I don't know. Apart from Mr. Wike, Dave Umahi, Mr. Delabo for darkness, the power, Bosun
Tijani, yeah, the tech guy.
That's true. Those are the ones I can remember. But please, Sandra, who is your minister for women affairs? I'm saying my minister for women affairs.
the one from Anambra State, I think. Yeah.
Mr. Fuad, what has Oyetola done in blue economy since he came? What impact has Bello Matawali done
a blueprint
in defense?
Nothing. That one
as
nothing.
an assistant minister.
Nothing.
How about Mr. Heineken in petroleum? Maybe you guys can reel out their names, because I'm sure many Nigerians don't even know many of them. You know, I scored this administration 39 over 100, and you know what that means in academics. That's James Ogbonna. I also have Ayodeji from Ikola. Failure upon failure, all is failure. Says me. Lion administration is a failure so far. Ayodeji from Ikola. There's a lot of messages to unpack this morning. I am going to apologize once again, but you know, as we always say, that the conversation continues. Me will be on ground by 4 p.m. Open forum is on Thursday. We'll be still this particular conversation. We'll still have it again on Thursday by 1 p.m. It's open forum, open mic, so it's all about you sharing your own assessment of all of the top stories in the past 1 week. All right, so but let's just wrap things up. Let's take this one last call, and that's it. Oh, well, I lost that one last call. Oh no, I think I still have one. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Yeah, Alhaji Shibari had just 1 minute, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, no problem. First of all, it's important for me to wish you happy birthday in arrears.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Long life and more prosperity.
Amen.
Well, let me just say on the issue of the minister, as far as I'm concerned, I have no business with their nominees. You understand? Because the thing is political. All I want is action, implementation. So everything is left for the president. Right? On the issue of labor, you see, this is why I keep on saying labor should address their priority. If now, as Nigeria is suffering for fuel, you understand? If labor came out now, be on the neck of federal government as we want our refinery to work, Nigeria will support them. They should not be selfish in their approach. They should be concerned with the welfareism and the progress and economic stability of this country. And lastly, like we normally said, Mr. Power, the Minister of Information, where is he? With all our expression that we don't want palliative. Look at what Cardoso said. Palliative is dissolving.
Or your Facebook message, nation growth, nation development, nation building as well. But then, the conversation never stops here. So this is Milan 98.3 FM. You can always join us. As we're going out now, I hope I'll be collecting my.
Don't worry. Well packed.
Because I will announce.
Well packed.
I will call you out. You'll be casted. Stay with us by 10 a.m. We'll be back for Global View.
Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Hey, Oga, we don't ready to start. Engineer, wait. Which kind of cement on I want use? Tell me.
Not the normal cement, sir.